another practice. يلا يلا يلا. سيتحدث أسس تحسن. Now we have 3 different verbs. Who can tell me what's the first one? And why do I have this set over here? What's the second one? And what's the third one? These are part of the verbs that we had in the verb conjugation. Yalla shabab. Yalla yalla yalla. So the first one, الصحفي عن الأحداث الأخيرة غدا. Am I going to use سيتحدث أو أسس أو تحسن؟ وعليكم السلام. سيتحدث أسس أو تحسن. يلا الجملة الأولى. الجملة الثانية المريض بعد رؤية الطبيب. المريض بعد رؤية الطبيب. And then I have صديقي شركة دولية. صديقي شركة دولية. So you could put the number of the sentence over here, واحد, and then put the verb that goes in واحد. So am I going to say سيتحدث الصحفي, أسس الصحفي, تحسن الصحفي? ممتاز. جيد جيد. نعم. So set, this would be the future. So as I'm using set, it's the short form for apostrophe L in English. And then you would use the long form, which is سوف. سوف. And I can say سوف يتحدث. And تحدث means speak or talk. So he will talk because I have the ya that tells me it's a he. ممتاز. So سيتحدث. جيد كاوتشي. سيتحدث الصحفي. سيتحدث الصحفي عن الأحداث الأخيرة غدا. سيتحدث الصحفي عن الأحداث الأخيرة غدا. الصحفي journalist عن about الأحداث events. And you can see that أحداث share the exact same root as حدث. It's a happening, it's an event. So it's happening and it's speaking. So يتحدث حدث, it's more of speaking about something that's happening. الأخيرة, late or latest, late events. غدا, tomorrow. The second one, تحسن. صحيح. تحسن. 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 المريض. So تحسن is to get better. تحسن المريض بعد رؤيتي, after. بعد رؤيتي, seeing, and رؤية is a noun or gerund because the verb is رأى and we make it long. رأى, 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 to see. And رؤية, رؤية, الطبيب, doctor. The third one, ممتاز, you're all fast. جميل جدا. Let's see if the third one, I didn't see the third one. الجملة الثالثة, we're left with أسس, which is founded. And I'll put this over here. أسس, founded. And we say أسس. أسس صديقي شركة دولية. أسس صديقي شركة دولية. So my friend founded or established شركة company دولية international. جميل. أسس. جيد. Now what we're gonna do is we will remove all of this and I'll share with you something quite interesting when it comes to this verb conjugation. We have sa for the future, we indicated that, but the gender of the person you're talking about should match the verb conjugation. In this case, I have the ya. That tells me الصحفي is masculine, مذكر. المريض is masculine. So this verb is in the future. I do indicate the masculine form over here. المريض تحسن. تحسن is in the past. The ta does not indicate that it's feminine because we do have ta for feminine. It's the past, so you would keep tahassana and it's the origin of the verb. There is nothing that's added to this one that tells me it's masculine, except that it's the past, and I know it's infinitive. If I'm going to say it in the present tense, this would tell me that it's masculine. يتحسن المريض. It means the patient gets better after seeing the doctor. And in this case, I'm indicating the tense, which is the present, and I'm also indicating the gender. يتحسن المريض. The other part over here, same as يتحسن. And I have students asking me about alif. This alif is part of the verb. It's not the I, it's part of the verb. So if I'm saying أسس, he established. I'm not adding anything to the verb, it's in the past. But if I'm saying he establishes, I would indicate the ya. يؤسس. And look what we said. We include the short cases over here in our flashcards. That way, if we're moving the verb from past to present tense, I know what changed. يؤسس. And in this case, I brought kasra, and then I brought the dhamma at the end. And I know it's the gender of صديقي, my male friend. And if it's صديقتي, I have to put the ta over here and say two. You can use 3 sentences as your model sentences and move them from singular, feminine, and plural. And then you go singular, masculine, and plural. And you keep adding. Like I would say, she went. They all feminine went. She goes. They all feminine go. So it's a هي ذهبت. هن ذهبنا. هي تذهب. هن يذهبن. And I keep adding to it. Now let's get our last part. And after that, you're going to give me a few verbs that we will conjugate. I have examples, but you can give me your own. Here is our sentence. We have 3 sentences. الأولى أحمد المكتب لاستقبال المدير الجديد. أحمد المكتب لاستقبال المدير الجديد. Am I going to say يجهز, سيحفظ, أو انشغل؟ يجهز, سيحفظ, أو انشغل. And all these verbs were part of the flashcards. Yalla. Let's see. And I'll give you a moment to go over them. ممتاز. نعم. So Yunus was saying نعم دولية international. دولة is country. So دولية is different. It's more of like دولية. It goes over different countries. جميل جدا. يلا. So let's see. أحمد المكتب لاستقبال المدير الجديد. And if you know the meanings that, of all these verbs, that means you covered the subject pronouns and you covered the meaning of the Arabic flashcards. So the subject indication here, يجهز. So I know it's هو. سيحفظ. I know it's هو. انشغل. I know it's هو. So I do cover that it's subject pronoun. It's هو in the third person, masculine. So أحمد ماذا؟ أحمد يجهز. أحمد يجهز. He prepares or he gets something ready. And I could say أجهز نفسي. I get myself ready. أجهز. This over here, oh, sorry. This ya over here is not part of the verb. It tells me the tense, which is the present. So he prepares the office to receive, and الاستقبال is more of like receiving. الاستقبال المدير, the boss, الجديد, the new one, the new boss. And then I have الطالب. الطالب, this is boss or director. مكتب, office, and it also means desk. So أحمد يجهز المكتب لاستقبال المدير الجديد. Ahmed prepares the office to receive or for receiving the new director. جميل. شكرا يا يونس. So الطالب, الجملة الثانية, let's see. الطالب. الطالب الطالب كل العبارات الجديدة. So we already covered this one. سيحفظ أو انشغل. And here I have the indication of tense, which is future. And you have to be quite visual when it comes to verb conjugation. سيحفظ. سيحفظ. ممتاز, صحيح. So سيحفظ, he will memorize. سيحفظ, he will memorize. جميل جدا. my keyboard just shifted, sorry. سيحفظ. Let me write it properly. And we'll have, this will be our last practice, but I will need each one of you to give me a verb. That way we leave this session with as many verbs as possible, and we can practice them for future study sessions. That way we learn how to place them in sentences. Remember how you should be making that correction from going from past or from present to past or past to present when it comes to subject pronouns and when it comes to prefixes and suffixes in the verb conjugation. And I'll be posting these notes on the community page on YouTube, so you can find them and look at them as well another time. So الطالب سيحفظ. He will memorize. سيحفظ كل العبارات, all the expressions. الجديدة. And as I'm learning the words, I learned that this is feminine, and I remember the rule of non-human plurals take singular feminine adjectives. So this is a non-human, it's not like people. And that's why I have ta marbuta over here. This is plural, but I have ta marbuta. The third one would be انشغل. He got busy. And again, as I'm learning انشغل, I remember the word مشغول, I'm busy. مشغول, busy. And of course, I need to learn the word شغل, work. And all of these three letters, which is the sheen, the gha, and the lam, they share the meaning of work. شغل, شغل. مشغول, شغل, انشغال, انشغل. So انشغل ولدي بامتحاناته مؤخرا. My son got busy with his exams lately. And remember in the first set of sentences, I said al-akhira. I have to put these very important words. We say akhar, we say akhira or akhir, and we say mu'akharan, and then we say mutaakhir. What is this? Can someone tell me what is akhar, akhir, mu'akhar, and mutaakhir? And I'll try to put them in here somewhere. Okay. I'll clear some parts of my board. So what's akhar? What's akhir? What's mu'akharan? And mutaakhir or mutaakhiran? واحد, اثنان, ثلاثة, أربعة. So I'm saying آخر, آخر. Okay, I'll go to an empty board so I can show you this here. What I said is آخر, and I said أخير, and I said مؤخرا, which was one of the words in our sentences, مؤخرا, and then I said متأخرا. What is this? آخر, آخر. So it's quite fun. I love the meanings or the roots because it gives me the pattern that I should remember when I learn vocabulary. So I go, آخر is other. آخر. And here's actually another one. Since you said last, we have أخير, but we also have آخر. Kasra over here, but fatha over here. And this is very fun to remember. It's really fun. Here it's one. Yeah, I use that one. So آخر, طالب آخر, and I use that a lot in our conversations with the students. And I have to be mindful of time because we have a class right after this. So آخر, other, and then we say أخير, last. And we also say آخر as last. مؤخرا, lately. متأخرا, I'm late, as the person is late. So I would say طالب آخر, another student. جواب آخر, another, and I can say just another student, another answer. جواب آخر, another verb, فعل آخر. And I would say طالب أخير. If I say أخير, it has to happen after طالب, and I would say طالب أخير, أخير. But آخر, I have to say it at the beginning. آخر طالب, last student. مؤخرا, lately. درست مؤخرا, and this is an adverb, and I would say درست, درست مؤخرا. I studied lately, and here I came to school late. جئت إلى المدرسة متأخرا. جئت إلى المدرسة متأخرا. So we could study these another time. I just wanted you to be mindful of which one we're using in our sentences. Over here, we're using مؤخرا, which is lately. مؤخرا. Okay, so let's see some verbs. يلا. I have some for you, but I'd like you to give me yours. Each one of you will come up with one verb, and we have our 5 flashcards. One verb per each. Let's see how many verbs we can put in the chat. يلا يلا يا شباب. So remember آخر, other, آخر. آخر is other, آخر is last. Oh, Aruj put a lot of verbs. جلس, عرف, كتب, فعل, شرب, حمل. جيد أروج. ذهب علي, ركب, mango, ركب, to ride. And could you please put the English translation next to it or your native language? I'm sure there's so many people who would share your native language, so please just place the Arabic verb with your native language right next to it. That way it's easy for everyone to access after our live. شكرا يا يونس, شكرا. أحسن معلمة, ممكن أحسن معلمة. فأحسن is best, آخر is last. So you could say آخر معلم, last teacher. But أحسن معلم. نصح إبور, نصح, to advise, بالدحة. جميل. جلس علي, جلس, to sit. يلا, one verb each. And I'll give you Metro, you put the verb استعمل, and that's one of the verbs I'm sharing with you. نام, Yunus, نام, to sleep, نام. So I have استعمل, استقبل, استيقظ, استفسر, استغل. استغل. And at the beginning of the study session, I was introducing you to the short cases, and I indicated you have to put them in a different color in your flashcards. But there is another indication to remember, is how to group them by the same sounds or shared letters. So here I'm doing استعمل, است. Look, I have is, and here I have is, ista, ista, and then ista. They all share ista. And عمل, the meaning of work. قبل, it's the meaning of accepting, but it's also the meaning of approaching. يقظ, the meaning of waking up, to wake up. And استغل, the meaning of like to take advantage of something. So I'll clear this so I can give you the translation, and then I'll take your questions before I jump into the other class. So استعمل is to use, and that's the infinitive, but we're saying he used. استعمل. استقبل, he received. استقبل, he received. استقبل المدير, he received the boss. استيقظ, he woke up. And then استفسر, he inquired or asked for information. استفسر, inquire or request information. And then we have استغل, استغل. So we do inquire, both these spellings. استغل is to take advantage of something. So we say استغل الوضع. He took advantage of the situation. الوضع. استغل الوضع. استغل الوضع. ممتاز. جميل جدا. So you could continue learning verbs, and as you learn, I will share with you this template, but I'd like each one of you to put a verb right here. So I'll just do I'll take some of your verbs, but you could also do that on your own. And we say عرفة, to know, صحيح, and I put it over here. And then I have جلسة, to sit, that's my second verb. And then I have let's see خاف. خاف حسن, so خاف, to be scared. Oops. خاف with the خا, خاف, to be scared. جلس, عرف. And then the fourth verb, let's see what you wrote. خاف. نصح, to advise. Keep moving to this. نصح, to advise. فتح, to open. Let's see what you have. Okay, so I'll use Arouge's verbs. She put, or he or she, I don't know. جلس, كتب. Now we have كتب, if you already know that one. كتب. شرب, to drink. And then we have صنع, to make something. تسعى. ذهب, did we put ذهب over here? No, to go. And then we have let's see, نصر, صحيح. نصر, to defend. I'm sorry, I was planning on doing another activity with you, but due to time we'll probably postpone it for next time, inshallah. ذهب, and then we said نصر, to support someone. نظر, to see or to look. نظر, and we have نصر and نظر, to look or to see. And then سجد, in the prayer. نعم, سجود, سجد. ضيع, to waste. خرج, to go. نظر, to see. تكلم. غفر, to forgive. ممتاز. كتب. جميل جدا. So thank you so much for joining today, and that was quite intense. We got a lot of verbs, and I hope you can go back to the replay chats, and I'll see you inshallah next time. We'll be posting the date when we will have our live session. Please post your questions, and I'll try to include my responses in the upcoming live, inshallah. So I'll just let you inshallah go, and then مع السلامة. شكرا جزيلا شباب. Don't forget to post your questions. I'll go over them inshallah after my class today. استقبل عمر الرجل رجالي العشاء. جميل. شكرا جيمبلي, شكرا ريدا, شكرا روج, شكرا مانجو وعلي وعبدول وحبيب وفاطمة. شكرا يا فاطمة. شكرا يا يونس. شكرا يا إيرابور, ومع السلامة. مع السلامة ياسر. مع السلامة كديب.